Good morning, y'all. How we doing? We good? Here we go.
It is a sound like no other.
Excuse me.
12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well. He takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Here's Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to correct.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Touchdown. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, what a move. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Out of the gun, Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass caught, right side Tonjes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in. And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And Walker once more. And he's taken down inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Smith and Jigba, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In motion, the tight end. Now Purdy. This is Jennings. And he'll be taken down about before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Seahawks 35-yard line.
And this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Purdy from the gun. That's complete to Pearsall. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
12 more yards. That's another 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Play
6-yard
action.
line.
Now Purdy. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
Purdy on a sneak. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's Walker to start the drive. 61 yards rushing for the Bears.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now third down and 7.
Brings up third and 7.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40 to the 35. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the end zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They're going right back to Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks first.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Yeah!
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2-yard touchdown. 10 carries.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cup. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost. And then
here's a diving catch right side. His first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
10 yards on the pickup.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line. That's all they needed.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
Toss left side for Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards. He's able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's good.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Second down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side him, he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
A little juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Get set, get set.
Purdy off the play fake. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 4.
Purdy now to throw.
49-yard line.
There's a short one caught by Tonjes. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Get set, get set.
Purdy looking to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another first down. A gain of 21 yards.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Purdy completes it to Jennings. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And third and 8 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 8.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Finding Horn here over the middle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
9 yards.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Here's second and 7. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the gun, Purdy. Throw outside. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw, Purdy. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
A 24-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie us at 24 all. So still a little bit of time following the made field goal, but we are tied as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And the Seahawks first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And great blocking down field. He's got this almost to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
37 best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Well, now how about this return? Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Now Purdy. Pass caught, right side Tonjes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jake Tonjes, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run again with Walker. And he'll be taken down the backfield. So past the 50. 11 yards there, that first down for Seattle.
For a Seahawks, first down. First and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And it's a room to run now. Let's go for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Hand off here to Walker. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Seahawks, first down. First down and goal to go.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks
Touchdown! Seahawks!
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
But now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Niners set to take over on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Purdy from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown. And he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. To the sideline and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. He's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Now a run with Walker. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard.
From the gun, it's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Charbonnet once again. And he's got the first before he's brought down on the 39-yard line. To a fresh set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun and give to Charbonnet. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they can get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
They'll run. This is George Holani. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Niners' 25-yard line.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is born.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with the field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 44, Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw now on first down. Got the connection here to Bourne. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Pass complete once again to Bourne. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. Down to the 10. And he will take the
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
It's even better when they finally first one. They kept the turning for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Yeah!
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll strike by handing this off to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Purdy. That one caught by Tonjes. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, Plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distant unit.
And the Seahawks defense gets acknowledge me. Derek Hall, his second sack of the night.
It's second down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Purdy. There's a short one caught by Townsend. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the 49er first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now again, right side McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around.
Acknowledge me.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Again, it's Charbonnet. Powerful running. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
that's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th
And
down.
with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is caught. And taken to the cross midfield and inside the 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the give here, Charbonnet. And good work there in open space. Let's get this all the way down to the 42. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards converts that time at a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is Harani, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Deep Winters on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First down pickup of 8.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A run now with Charbonnet. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Stop here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the toss to Charbonnet. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Charbonnet. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A 26-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, Charbonnet. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line.
He was brought down by Jason Kinnock.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 20-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now run by Charbonnet. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. take a knee.
Yeah. 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 There goes son. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we...
Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus.